How is it going, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Michael Balco. Today, I have a very special guest joining me. He's a former West Virginia offensive lineman, recently signed by the New Orleans Saints as an undrafted free agent. Join me in welcoming my boy, Mike Brown. How we doing today, brother?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, there it is. There it is. All right. So first and foremost, we got to know a little bit about your hometown. Tell us a little bit about your hometown, where you're from, and what makes it so special.
I was born and raised in Compton, California. I am Samoan native. I'm from my heritage from the islands, but I was born and raised in Compton, California. Um, a lot of people know Compton for, it's pretty famous, the movies and all that, the rappers, NWA, but it's not as bad as, the media portrays it. It was dangerous back in the day, but right now it's kind of mellowed out.
That's what's up. So, from what I read, you didn't start playing football until after you graduated high school. You ended up, just kind of share it, first and foremost, like kind of how accurate is that story? And then kind of how did you end up getting to the level of playing at West Virginia?
Well, uh, first of all, I didn't. That is very true. I didn't play any high school ball. Uh, I had heart surgery when I was 5. So as I was growing up, my parents were very protective. They didn't want me playing any sports that had any kind of physical contact, which would led me to not being able to play any sports. But Polynesians being as big as we are, one of the traits we have was I grew up and I started getting bigger and stronger. And when I hit around 17, right when I was about to graduate, docs and everyone said I was fine. I was getting better, but they weren't so sure. And then I went and served a mission in 2014 to 16. And, they told me, well, when I served my mission, it was a promised blessing. If I serve, I have the ability to play football. And, for me, physically dominant, which led me to playing at my JUCO college with my brother. And, he gave me a window because he was a Hurricane for Miami. And he was a starter over there. And he wanted to move closer to home. So I told my brother, I want to give football a go. And he took me under his wing. And that's how we started at JUCO. And then from there, dominated ball over there at Eastern Arizona. And that's how we got to West Virginia.
That's what's up. That's a crazy story, my man. So, how would you kind of overall summarize your career at West Virginia? And then how eager are you to take your talents to New Orleans and ball out for the Saints?
The main thing that I've learned from playing over there at West Virginia is it was like a lesson. It was like a school for playing football and in life. But like on a football point of view, like I took everything that I've learned from EA to West Virginia and I put my own flavor on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I stood out by how I played on the field. That's how I always try to stand out. I always try to separate myself because we all wore the same uniform, same colors. But at the end of the day, you got to stand out. My personality, a lot of people loved, but when I went on the field, because I didn't know how to pass it. That's one thing I want to clarify. When I got picked up from EA to V, I didn't know anything. That's why I say it's a lesson. I went over there, I was like I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but I was like a kid all over again. Going over there, looking horrible, setting off the ball, but learning new systems, new schemes, new schematic, everything. That's why I call it a lesson. But like I took everything I learned from there and I put a little Mike Brown taste on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. A little flavor on it.
A little razzle dazzle on top of that
A
cake.
little something slight on it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
All right. So how was the NFL draft process for you? And then was it kind of upsetting to not hear your name called?
Man, like I was saying to my family and then before leading up to the draft, that I had a perspective of it already. I knew what was going on. There was a chance, but me being new in the game, and everything that goes along with it, with the medical history, I knew it was going to be pretty tight. But I didn't really care because I knew how good I was. But then it started irking me that I started seeing the competition I was going against. Now I'm not saying they were bad players. They're being picked for a reason. they're in the NFL for a reason. But when I look how they do things, and you look at my field, like I do it better, faster, and stronger. That's how it's gonna be. When you go to the league, they want the best of the best as a business. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
and I'm not trying to be Mr. Cocky, man. But when I get my chance to go learn what I'm doing, learn the system, do everything right, I'm gonna do what I've been doing. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
It was expected, but kind of
Yeah, yeah, I feel it, bro, for sure. That's what's up, though, man. You got to keep that chip on your shoulder, bro. I mean, shit, bro. Saints fans about to love you, bro, because I feel like Saints fans, we just love, bro. We just love under the radar, blue collar players, bro, and that's what you are, my man. So, kind of what was it like? I guess everybody kind of wants to know this question. What was it like being an undrafted free agent? So we know the frenzy that happens after the draft. You were only an undrafted free agent for a few hours, and before the Saints signed you. So, kind of, how did the phone call with the Saints go? How did that opportunity come about? And then, were there any other interested teams in you?
the crazy thing is, it felt like it took forever. Like, because draft ended. My agent hit me up telling me, the Seahawks were going to give me a go too, but we're still waiting on them. And I was like, man, this is taking forever. But it was only literally like 10 to 15 minutes. And then the Saints called, and they gave me the info, and man, it was amazing. Like, I celebrated with my family. I wasn't the first pick, but man, it felt like I was the first pick. That's how fun it was. My dad, my brothers, my wife, my baby, my sister, we were all jumping, screaming, because this is the first time in my family ever someone in my family has made it to the NFL and made it this far. So that's why I take it very serious, and I'm proud of it, even though I still have to prove something. I'm very proud of the fact that I'm actually going to the NFL, and that's one thing no one will ever take from me. You know
Yeah,
what I
exactly, man. And the thing about it is like, who cares if you go undrafted? Who cares if you're a first round pick, bro? Just keep that same work ethic, dog. You know what I mean?
mean? Yeah,
And that's the thing, bro. Is like the Saints, especially, are a team that gives everybody an opportunity to make the team, and that's what's so great about it. And we need some O linemen, bro, for real, for real. So I mean, I hope you get in your bag and just do your thing, start moving some dudes around because. Shoo, there's not going to be a bigger fan for you than me, man. It's off season, I'm telling you. So with that being said, what unique skill set are you going to bring to the Saints to improve your odds of making the roster that maybe some other guys may not?
One of the things is I know every football player shares the love for the game, but there's one thing that drives me that I know I can separate myself from others. I just love playing the game. The money was never the motivation. Yeah, I know I have family to take care of and everything, but it's simply because I do it. I love to dominate. That's one thing you can call selfish of me. I love putting someone on the ground. It's a joy that you only can. It's like something you only could do in football. It's legal. Like, what's the point of having a big body not using it to its full potential? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's one of the things that my culture and my people are blessed with is size, and we love to throw our body around. That's one thing we do a lot, and you only can get away with it by playing football, and that's why I love playing football. I like to represent what I got and what I do, and then everything else that comes with it, the attention, the fame. That's all bonus. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun. But when I get on the field, I take it personally. Like, when I see a guy in front of me, I want to hurt, and if he wants to hurt me, that's the joy and fun in it. If he puts me down, I want him to feel like a badass, because when I see him, I'm gonna try to put him down. I'm gonna be the badass. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
how I
sir.
feel about it. So,
Yeah, definitely, my man. So, what kind of things do you do, like personally? Maybe it's with your body, maybe it's working out. What are some things you do personally to transition to the NFL level that you maybe didn't have to do in college, or maybe that's new to you? Kind of what's like the main thing that's really sticking out so far? Like, you're a professional athlete. What are you doing to take care of yourself, type of deal?
right now is everything is on my own clock. I like and I get to do it on my own. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I like being independent. I love my teammates and everybody that I had at West Virginia. But when you're all crowded up, you can't really. It's hard to do what you want to do. So what I'm doing now is I guess you can call it, I'm being a professional. I'm taking care of business. I'm training on my own. I'm taking care of my family, and 100% I'm with them every day. And that's one thing I love about being a professional athlete is being able to do what I love, but also being around those who I love.
Hmm. Definitely. Um, so which NFL offensive lineman do you maybe study, watch film on, things of that nature to kind of incorporate into your own play style?
The guy I've been watching from the get go, before everything, man, when I started, and he's still my favorite to this day, is Larry Allen. Yeah, man, the big dog guard from Dallas Cowboys, OG Larry Allen, man,
That's
played
what's
with the best of them, and like I mimic everything. I try it, like I said, I try to do my own style with it, but I just like how mellow out he is. He's just one big, happy guy, and he just does his job. And that's how I kind of portray myself off of. Because you can ask any of my friends, all my former teammates, my family members, I'm always smiling. I just I stick to myself, and I love each and every one of them like I would like to be treated.
hmm
Larry Allen, man, he's a beast. He's dominant, quiet. He loves to do what he do, and he just has fun while he's out there.
Yeah, for sure. So have any of your new Saints teammates reached out to you and kind of congratulated you on making the team or being invited to, the training camp and all of that kind of stuff yet? Anybody welcomed you to the squad yet?
So far, just like I think one of the guys who works over there hit me up like an hour ago. His name's like Justin. He works in one of the departments. So I have a meeting with him too, and he welcomed me. He welcomed me and showed some love. But teammate wise, not yet. I haven't met anybody teammate wise. But the type of guy I'm gonna go in there and just say what's up to everybody.
Hmm.
I don't have a problem meeting new people. It's fun meeting new people. So they probably don't know who I am because I'm under the radar. So that's how I'm going.
Exactly, bro. But hey, there ain't nothing wrong with being under the radar. Makes the
Oh
story
yeah,
that much better. Makes the story that
promise.
much better.
Nope.
Exactly. Um, all right. So who is the best athlete in your entire life? The best athlete you've ever played with and played against?
Hmm. Basketball wise, would probably be one of my uncles. Because just how he was loosey goosey with it, he's just smooth and how he handles the ball. He's probably one of the best athletes I played against. Now he's just an old fart, but don't show him this. You get mad. I love that guy. Don't beat me up, Uncle. But he's actually one of the best athletes. One of my mentors in life. It's probably would be my Uncle Justin. Yeah.
Bet who's one of the best you've ever played against? Like, is there any like defensive lineman you've ever had to go against that were like really just hard to defend or guard? I guess in that matter.
You know, I get that question a lot, and like there hasn't really been anyone I played against since I started back in 2016 when I first put on pads. There hasn't been anyone who gave me and hasn't made me run for my money. You know what I mean? There
Hmm.
hasn't been a person yet that I played against was like, man, this guy's a man. I'm having a hard time. It was never like that for me. You know, they were good. Some they put up good competition. And I like that. But no one has never made me run for my money. Now I know there's a couple good players I even played against. He's on my team, and I always mention him. Is Darius Steele? He's actually really, really good. Him and his brother are really good players, and the rest of the D linemen I play against. But like someone like I know for a fact, every time I went up against someone in a game or I practice, they brought their A game because I always smiled and didn't say nothing. I was that type of player that always smiled at you. If you did talk trash, I'd give you a thumbs up, and then you'll be on the ground with another thumbs up. That's how it's always been for
Hey,
me.
that's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up. All right. So, how, in your own words, would you define success? I know a lot of people kind of define success as maybe, like accolades or stats. How would you personally define success? What's maybe a successful game, a successful life? Kind of what's your version of success?
Successful is someone who pursues their dream, gives it the best they've done, and whatever the outcome is, they're happy with the result. If you want to be like one thing I always try to, you know, teach or inspire people and kids or young ages, be happy now, in the beginning. Because you don't know if you're gonna be happy at the end or not. Give it your best, do your best, and
Hmm.
give it your all because you're automatically gonna be happy if you give it your all. You know, that's one thing I always told myself was success is how you see it. I made it this far, and a lot of people are like, "Oh man, you're successful." I'm like, "Man, good stuff. You did it." I thought that way every day. Waking up at 5, I was like, "Man, I made it here. I chose to be happy." There was days where it was harder than others, but I finished it, and I was happy that the fact that I did. And each day, it felt like I was successful, even though I didn't meet the standards of others people's expectations. To myself, I was like, "Man, that was hard, but I did it. I went through it."
Exactly.
Like one of my problems was conditioning. Like I could not run 60 yards down and back full speed, but I never quit. I ran it and ran it. It may have been the slowest, but I ran it. And then when I got back, instead of being looked down upon or some mess up, I got welcomed by the team. And I was like, "Hey man, you did it." And that's what I love the most. So be happy now because you never know. But if you give it your all, you're always going to be happy.
Exactly. That's probably one of the best definitions of success I think I've ever heard. So, on the football field, we're going to head back to the football field. What is one of the funniest things you've ever done or seen while on the football field or in the locker room? I guess just anywhere around the realm of the sport of football. What's one of the funniest things you've ever seen or done?
One of the funniest things would be a shout out to my boys is every day coming in. They knew it was hell, but we did it anyways. We would wrestle. Shout out to my dog Blaine Scott. If you ever see this, Chase Barron, Matt Jones, Josh Seals, my brother Joe Brown, we would all wrestle. We'd all mimic. My man Bryce Mays would come in with his belt, and practice is over. Like, it's that time. I always pretend to be the Rock because I'm Samoan, and they're like, no, you have to be the Rock because you're Samoan. That's what everybody would always say. So I'll be like, "If you smell," and then he would be John Cena, or he would be my other friends would be like Randy Orton, Stone Cold Steve Austin will play it on the speaker, will take over the aux, playing. Everybody would be like, "Man, who's playing that junk on the aux?" That's just because the old linemen were all getting ready to wrestle. That's one of the funniest things ever. In the locker room, on the field would be just the reaction from the players when they see me dancing, or how happy I smile. Like or Iowa State, we got blown out. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you saw the score, but I was still out there dancing, smiling, and all the D linemen were just like, "Bro, what are you doing, bro?" I was like, "What?" There's like, "You see the scoreboard? I don't care about the scoreboard. I'm out here having fun, man. You gonna get you can get past me yet? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I'm out there just dancing, playing guitar, emo, all that, just having fun, just like Oklahoma State game. I was out there just dancing. It was hot as heck. It was like over 9-something degrees. I was still dancing, having fun. That's the best part about football. It's just you can be yourself and have fun out there on the field, and you meet new people because you never. Cause like those guys are all like my new friends right there. The Texas D line, the Longhorns. After the game, their whole D line came up to me and we was talking. "Bro, man, you was funny as heck, bro. You was there, just like strong, bro." Like, because when you're nice during the game, you're gonna meet one of the coolest people after the game. They're just guys just like us.
Exactly. Yeah. So who is on your pregame playlist? Who are you listening to get you pumped up for the game?
Oh man, I listen to a lot of Halo, a lot of Halo theme music. I'm a big gamer. I love Halo. I listen to a lot of Dragon Ball Z, like the old Dragon Ball Z, like when I was growing up. I know it may not be popular, but that gets me going, man. Listen to
Hey, whatever works, bro.
yeah, I listen to yeah. You might catch me listening to some 50 Cent here and there. I love listening to that guy too, but I love listening to like just war music, anything that gets you hyped from a scene or something, or any type of battle music. Halo, Dragon Ball Z, anime, and all that. Just the battle music gets me going because I imagine myself getting ready to go to battle, and that's what I tell myself.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hey, whatever works, bro. Whatever works. So, whenever like when do you kind of have to get to New Orleans if you're not already there? And then kind of what is the process for you currently? Like when are you like supposed to get to New Orleans? Kind of what's the schedule like looking like for you and stuff along the lines of that. Just kind of take us into kind of what your daily routine is right now and when you're supposed to be in New Orleans and getting ready to take the field.
I'm supposed to report there. Well, I'm support not support. excuse me, I'm reporting there next week. And there they'll brief me on everything I need to know. I don't know right now, but according to all my friends and all of them who are in the league right now, it's gonna be it's gonna be something new, uncomfortable, and something you got to pick up and learn because it's a business now. It's a lot of stuff you got to do, which I'm ready for. So like I don't right now, all I'm doing is I'm running, lifting, drills to prepare myself. I'm watching film on the D line already on YouTube. All that kind of stuff, all that jazz.
Yeah. Hey, man. So I got one last question for you, Mike. So, what kind of advice can you kind of pass along to the young athletes out there trying to get to the same position you are? Trying to, maybe they don't play high school football, maybe for the same reasons you didn't, or maybe it's something along the lines of that. Maybe it's just what kind of advice can you just kind of give to kids who want to be in the same shoes as you, competing for an NFL roster spot?
First and foremost, guys, if you want to do something, just do it. If you have restrictions, figure out a way how to get around them. You know what I mean? Every obstacle is meant to be dominated. It can be physically, mentally, emotionally. If you're around the right people, you can get it. You can get it done. It may take a process, but do it. Do it. You don't want to live in regret. That's one thing that I learned quickly as a young age when I was not playing. I didn't want to be that way. My story is different, and yours may be too. But always chase, man. Just keep going. Never stop. And the thing is that I always tell people is never lose faith because your greatness, like keyword, your greatness awaits.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Brown, recently signed by the New Orleans Saints offensive lineman, going to be competing for a spot. I like his odds, so you guys probably should too. All right, my man, I appreciate you so much. Where can we find you out on social media?
You can find me on my Instagram. That's my favorite one. That's the one I mainly be on, and I be on Twitter occasionally, here and there. So yeah. So
All right.
I am at Mike Brown on Twitter, and I am Mike Brown on Instagram.
Perfect. Make sure y'all go follow him. We're going to be tuned into your journey, man. I'm super happy for you. And yeah, man, go make that damn roster, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on the show, brother, man.
Yes, sir.